like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all, I'm back with some new content. This video features Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. Guys, in this video, we will have a poll. Well, we'll have a few polls. Be sure to participate. All right, y'all, let's get into this video.
Yo. Hey.
Yeah. LV caught a level out, no denim in my jeans.
All right, y'all. So I let it play for a little bit so I could make sure that it was his music. And as soon as I heard the rapping come on, I knew it was him. I heard that ABCs and 1, 2, 3 style rapping. And y'all know, over here at the Medea Movement, we refuse to listen to Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr.'s music in its entirety. So there ain't no comments here, y'all. I missed this live, but I caught it on the replay. So I'm cutting out the majority of the song. I'm not doing it.
Yo. Hey, what's up, y'all? I want to know where my intellectuals at real quick. I want to know who's here with the ability to build or cares to. I got a question. I got a couple questions. How many of y'all, all right, so who in here? Okay, let me see who's in here right now. How many moms are in here? Let me ask how many moms are in here. Are there any moms in here? Who here has children? I want to know who here has children. Mommy Dearest just joined, right? I have questions for all the moms, all the parents. Who has children? You got children? How many children do you have? How, like, you don't got to tell me the details. I'm just saying, how many children you got? Like, what's their age? It keep kicking me out. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Just keep coming back. Just keep coming back. Bounce back on 10, right? It's okay. So you got kids. You got one person in here with kids. I got a question for you. Do you mind coming up? Can I bring you up for a moment? 2 girls, 10 and 2. Perfect. Do you mind if I bring you up real quick? I got to ask a question to mothers about raising children. And it's great that one is 10 and one is 2 because that's 8 years of experience in between. Right? I got questions. Because I am a son. I am a child. Right? I am a son. I am someone's child. Okay? Mommy Dearest, let me ask you something. Do you ever learn from your children? Changing frequencies. Let me know. You can answer these same questions. Do you ever learn from your children? Very simple. Very simple question. Nothing complicated, nothing crazy. I just want to know. Because all the time, right? All right. What do you learn from your children? Like, what is it? Is it like, do they bring you new facts, new knowledge? Do they teach you through experience? Do you learn anything about yourself? Do you see any areas in yourself from your children where you might have to evolve? What's up, Royal Femininity? These are questions for mothers, questions for parents, questions for people who have children in general, fathers even, if you have children. Okay?
All right, y'all, it's time for poll question number 1. Who here thinks that Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., will visit with Azuli Rose before she turns 1 year old? If your answer is yes, comment below with before 1. If your answer is no, comment below with deadbeat. Thank you guys for your participation.
Have children. Okay? I want to know because I have a perception of my children. I already know how I am with children already. I love to learn from them. I know that we have to discipline them and guide them in certain ways, like if they're doing something that's harmful to themselves, right? But what happens when the child starts making healthier decisions than the parent? Have you guys ever considered that? What happens when your child starts showing you better ways to live? How do you treat them? How do you talk to them? And how do you deal with them? Do you encourage that? Or do you shut them down? If your children teach you a lot about yourself. They do, don't they? That's so interesting. Okay, so that's one vote for that. Maybe not everybody goes through that. Maybe not everybody feels that way. What if some people feel like they can't learn shit from their children, right? And I think that there's a lot of people in this world like this where they don't want to listen to anything their child has to say because they're a child. Or because, not even they're a child, but they might just be your child.
Y'all, I'ma just go ahead and take a wild guess at it and say somebody sat him down and had a conversation with him about him needing to get a job because he has one child already and one on the way. And he needs to be able to support them. I think that's what this rant is about, y'all.
Just be your child. If you're not bonding with your child while they are young, there will never be a bond. I don't agree with never, but I think that's very important. I think that was deep. Let's see. Yes, I listened to him. Okay, they teach you about yourself. Great, I get that. But my next question is, add 10, 20 years to your child. Your son is wider than you. Your son is wiser than you. I get what you mean. All right. Anybody, please come up. Please come up so I don't have to talk to the chat. I would love to talk about this. This is important to me because I'm looking at my own life, bro, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yo, I was raised with mad insecurities to the point to where I joined a fucking cult because nobody listened or cared about what the fuck I had to bring to the world.
It's so easy to blame his parents, isn't it, guys? It is so easy to blame his upbringing. But I know many people who have grown up in broken homes, people whose mothers and fathers were drug addicts, who are lawyers, doctors, nurses, productive members of society. So I'm sorry, I'm just not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear because my parents did. No, Try again, Solar. There comes a time in every person's life where they got to put their big boy or big girl panties on.
About what the fuck I had to bring to the world because I was a child. Or I was young. Or I'm just their child. My dad and my mother. My aunties and my uncles. Do y'all know how many houses I've been kicked out of just for wanting to elevate my mind? Just for wanting to elevate my mind and elevate my lifestyle. My blood family has always removed me because I'm a threat to their ignorance. And that's just point blank, black, white, period. My question to y'all, being a parent is about love, sacrifice, and understanding. Wow. Do you ever think about what the child experiences when you learn something from them? Do you ever let them know what you learn from them? Do you promote them to keep teaching you? I think because parents, especially older generations, were raised with similar insecurities. I agree with that. And I think that the only reason why I go through it is because they went through it. I agree with that 100%. Do you like when you talk to your children, when you deal with your children, do you rub their mistakes in their face? Do you? Do you ignore the wisdom they bring to you in peace and love? And then do you ever feel like challenged by their wisdom? Like, yo, children are powerful. And I've been around children that are very, very wise. I've been around children that are very bad. They have a lot of, like, bad things going on that need to be healed and worked on. Bad traits that could be picked up from school, could be picked up from the wrong friends, things like that. But then there's the select children where they're just honest and genuine, and they just want to elevate, and they just want to grow, and they want to do their best, so much so that you might have toxic traits, and you start realizing, I can't keep this toxic trait and raise a child at the same time. So what happens is, you do something to either suppress that child, giving them all kind of insecurities, all kind of other traumas, or you just stay away from them, or you ignore them, or you refuse to bond from them. Now, I know those are two possible things because I've experienced those things. I'm in a position to where I don't want to do anything but heal the relationship with my baby mothers, with my actual mother, with my actual father, my cousins, my aunties, and my uncles. And when I have my children around me, I know I'm going to be paying very close attention to what I got to fix in my fucking life to be a good example to my child. I'm not going to yell at the child and tell him he ain't shit. I'm going to go to my child and show him how to be the shit.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
I want to understand their gifts and be like, yo, I don't do nothing that you do. This is amazing. How do you do this, child? You can make beats? I don't even know how to use a fucking computer.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., if your mother or your father has heard your music, they know that it's trash. That's why they're not supporting it, sir. They've heard it.
I don't even know how to use a fucking computer. That's amazing. How can I harness your gift? How can I help you harness your gift? Or do you say, man, that nigga think he the shit? That nigga think he everything just because he can make music, just cause he making money and he only 12. And I've been working my whole fucking life. Fuck that nigga. Bro, I made more than what you make in a year, in a week.
Ladies and gentlemen, when Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., said that he makes more than what someone makes in a year in 1 week, the lie detector test determined that that was a lie.
In a year, in a week. Man. Yeah, he just scheming. He just plotting. Nigga, I'm working. What happens in a moment is a result of years of work. I don't get nothing for free. Who here receives thousands and thousands of dollars for free? I don't. Never did.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., we all know that you're not getting thousands and thousands of dollars for free. What we do know, though, is that you're not afraid to beg people for their Matrix-made money when you need it. We all saw the screenshots of the text message that the T exposed showing you asking for money. Just get a job, Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr.
I don't. Never did. I gave up everything. I've lost everything to keep my integrity and to keep my heart and to continue to elevate and remain in a loving frequency. Do you know what toxic is? When somebody is coming to you with nothing but the purest intentions. And because of your own shadows and your own perspectives from your own traumas and fears, cause you to demonize that person that wants to heal and grow with you. But because of whatever your fears and traumas are, you don't do anything but cause more insecurity or more doubt within a person, a little person that you made that looks up to you for guidance. Remember, children don't do what you say. Children do what you do. Children follow in your footsteps. So would you cuss out your child? Because they're doing something you don't understand? Or would you sit down and take the time to talk to the child or work with the child to understand the child? I'm talking about mothers, fathers, and their children is what I'm talking about. I've gone through it. I know a lot of people who have gone through it. There's a shit ton of people in jail right now who their parents didn't do anything but beat them down and break them down. Not even to my degree. People are really going through actual problems in life. Like, people are actually going through real live abuse out there.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., there are definitely a shit ton of people in jail who have been abused and hurt by their parents. However, there are also a shit ton of people in jail who had both of their parents, the best upbringing, access to the best schools, everything a child could ever need. And they made choices, bad ones, that landed them right in jail.
Real live abuse out there. And the results are evident and clear. These are your murderers. These are your rapists. These are your cult leaders and cult members. These people do these things. And they get together with other people because they never had guidance. And if they did have the guidance, and they happen to surpass their guardian in whatever realm, and they become a threat to where they came from, because why? They're breaking their family's generational curses. The children break the curses. The parents give them. Hello? It doesn't work the other way. The children are not creating the curses in the generations. They're fighting them. The parents create the generational curses. And if they don't take that responsibility, then the generation is fucked. Unless that child is somehow chosen, somehow selected to be different, to be the black sheep in the family.
Y'all, who does Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. sound like right now? Come on, y'all. Who does he sound like? You guessed it. Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God. If you have been following this cult, you'll know this is one of his downloads.
To be the black sheep in the family. To be the one. I'll be the one to stand on the truth. Get through the dark, see a brighter day. I'll be the one to stand for the youth. Because guess what? Do you blame your parents for... No. My parents should blame themselves for it. I shouldn't blame myself. I should blame myself for everything that I do in my life. My parents should blame themselves for that. I'm living and doing my best. Your children are living and doing their best. If your children join gangs, if your children go to jail, if your children end up dead, if your children are in toxic fucking relationships, it's because they were looking for their toxic fucking parent in the relationship. And it's exactly what they get. And they repeat what? A generational curse. Until they learn, the child learns through what? Pain and suffering. until the child learns. Because the parent didn't learn, now the child got to learn. And when a child learns, and when they bring that healing, and the parent is still cursed, they try to curse the child again because they ain't got nothing else. Unless you choose to heal. Unless you're one of those parents I was talking about in the beginning that is ready to learn from your child. You see, when my children grow up, as my children grow up, they're going to be doing things better than me. When my children grow up, I cannot wait to learn from them. Because I know they're going to have the opportunity to not make the mistakes I made if I can understand the mistakes I've made. And make sure that I don't push that onto them. They already got a number of it from the methylation process during pregnancy. Okay. But as you raise the child.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., are you actually acknowledging all of the pain and the hurt and the disrespect, everything that you did to Janae while she was carrying your baby? Is that why you brought up the methylation process? I honestly feel that you owe Janae and Velvet a public apology.
You raise the child. They don't listen to what you're saying. They're doing what you're doing. Your son is looking for mom in his wife. Your daughter is looking for daddy in her man. That's psychology 101. That's easy. Dad is showing them the example of the type of man that is acceptable. And mom is showing the son what love is and what nurturing is. No, the first 7 years are important of the child's life. The first 7 years, the child is watching and downloading everything I just said. The first 7 years, 7, not 1 or 2, 7 years. The child is in a theta state. The brain is in a theta state for 7 years. That's not an argument. That's not an argument. The child's brain is in a theta state for the first 7 years. As a parent, you must take responsibility for everything that happened in the first 7 years of that child's life. And what they become after that 7 years is nothing more than a recording of yo ass.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., you don't believe that shit. You do not believe that a child's most important years are 0 to 7. There is no way, because you still haven't gone and seen your daughter. She has not seen you in the flesh. So there's no way you could be this. Boy, take several fucking seats.
Recording of yo ass. And if you got a problem with that child after 7, look in the mirror. If you don't like how that child behaves, look at how you behave. If you don't like who he's dating, how he's treating the women, go back to the first 7 years and think about it again and see if maybe there's a lesson, maybe there's understanding or something that I can find within myself so that when I approach my child and when I deal with my child, I can understand why they're doing what they're doing. And I can look at myself and I cannot do the very thing that I don't want them to do. Think about that. Think about that. Would you want your child to do what you're doing? Do you want your child to eat what you're eating? Do you want your child to talk to people how you talk to people? Do you want your child to deal with the people that you deal with, how you deal with them? Or do you deal with everybody in life different than how you deal with the child? Because the child is a mirror image of you. You. Mom. You. Dad. Some people are raised by their aunties and uncles, so that role goes to them. Some children are raised just with their brother and their sisters, and they have to watch them. And some people aren't raised by any of them, and they got to watch the society, and they're raised by the street. And guess what? The street ain't coming back to help you heal. The street's going to beat your ass until you learn from pain and suffering yourself. You see, the children, everybody, you were once a child. We are all required to heal. We are all required to heal our generational curses from where we are. But as a parent, if you're over 7 years and you're raising somebody else, or you're around someone that is under 7 years, you must take responsibility for the influence. I have not always been the best influence. I have done my best. Our parents, they do their best. You, I'm sure you do your best. But if you don't make healing a priority in your life, you have no right to judge your child. Period. Because they got extra work to do now. Because you won't.
Y'all, I know somebody remembers this download. If y'all been following Carbonation and Lee Hill Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, for more than 6 years, I know you know this download. Put it in the comments if you know it, y'all. I do. I remember this download. Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr.
Don't make your child pick up your slack. Don't make your child pick up your slack. This is the time to learn and grow from all of your mistakes. Because if you have a child underneath the age of 7, they're watching you. They're learning. Even when you say, don't watch me. What you think? They feel you. They know. They know. My children are the only ones who can check me, and they have full permission to call me on any hypocritical nonsense if I don't catch it. That is good parenting. That means you are here to heal. That means you are like me. You want to heal generational curses. So when your child shows up, you're looking for all of the flaws so you can fix them within yourself because you know that's where it came from. And if you want to refuse that any of your child's flaws come from you, you are toxic. Toxic. No, everybody can preach on parenting because everybody has been a child. No, it's okay. Let them speak because they're only emulating what they got from their mommy and daddy.
Y'all, I'm sure there's somebody put in the comments that he shouldn't be talking about parenting. I'm almost positive. I ain't even had to see the comment to know.
From their mommy and daddy. And everything that they're doing, I want you to picture this. Everybody who's toxic in a room, anybody who's toxic in a chat room, right? Or anything to that degree, realize that they are not only reflecting how they were raised, but they are also showing you what kind of children they're bringing into this world. Your child goes around talking to people like that in life, good luck with your generation. You can type like that in this room, but you're telling us what's going to come out of your womb. You're telling us what womb you came out of. You telling on your parents right now. Everybody who got these issues in their life, you're telling on your parents. And if you didn't do the healing, that's also your responsibility. However, if you're raising people or having friends or dealing with anybody, you need to realize that you may be allowing and perpetuating generational curses as a norm. Eating like shit is not okay.
Y'all, not him with the eating like shit is not okay. Not him. Not the one that just had tacos and a couple of weeks back told us he was eating pork when he was at his mama's house. No, he didn't just say that.
Treating people like shit is not okay.
Oh, nah, not him. Not him, y'all. Not him saying treating people like shit is not okay. Not him. Not him when he was dragging Janae on live. Y'all seen it? He was so disrespectful. Not him.
Okay. Treating yourself like shit is not okay.
All right, y'all, this is my last not him, but not him saying treating yourself like shit is not okay when he still refuses to get the cult deprogramming and psychiatric counseling that he desperately needs. Not him.
Like shit is not okay. I want to show you something because there's different ways that people like to deal with their children. And this is, I was talking about this with Chief Wynot earlier. Rice. I want to see a picture. Here it is. Check this out. I wonder who has seen this experiment before. Very, very, very interesting experiment right here. Okay. This rice is your child. You raise the child with love. It's nice, clean, healthy. That is a representation of your ass, your energy around your child. Are you giving off that frequency? Okay. Then you have this. Hate. Hate when you talking shit to the child or you seeing things in them that you don't like, but they really came from you. Right? This is what's going to happen to them from hate. But guess what's worse than both of them? This has the worst effect than all of them is when you ignore the shit. When you do nothing. When you ignore your child. It's okay, I removed them.
I know I said that was my last not him, but y'all, not him saying that the rice will look so brown and die and whatever, wither away if you ignore your child. Not him. Not him.
It's okay, I removed them. When you ignore the issues, when you ignore the problems in your child, when your child is literally begging for healing and attention from you, daddy, from you, mommy, and you don't want to see yourself in them, so you ignore them. That's the worst thing you could do. That's the worst thing you could do. It's no good to bring hate. And what is hate other than misunderstanding? And what is love than the intent to understand? What is love but approaching a situation from an intent to heal it and fix it? And what is hate but to approach the same situation with the attempt to make it worse? Or to perpetuate the negativity. Or to perpetuate the curse. You see what's on my face, bruh? Don't nobody in my family know what the fuck this means. This means I'm a curse killer.
Oh boy. Here we go. Now he's the curse killer, y'all. He was a chief. No, big chief. My bad. He called himself Big Chief the other day. So I'm going to tell you right now, Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., ain't no way I'm going to do my commentary and say Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., a.k.a. Big Chief, a.k.a. the Curse Killer. I'm not doing it. No.
This means I'm a curse killer. The tattoo on my face means I am the curse killer. The king of curses, Sukuna, kills all curses. It's on my face for a reason. For a reason. Because I refuse to take on my father's flaws. Because I already did. I have horrible smoking addictions early in my life. From 14. Where the fuck did that come from? All the music that I make. My dad make music. You want to see my dad? Let me show you my dad. My dad cool as fuck.
Okay, guys, I'm going to need all of you to get your listening ears on. Get your listening ears on, okay?
My dad cool as fuck. I love that nigga. But I also know what I had to heal from him, but that's fine. His name, Dad C. Y'all gonna see my dad right now. Look at my dad. I want y'all to see my dad. No, it's on YouTube. Let me see. This is crazy because you would never expect this, but you're gonna see a lot of similarities. What was it? He did a I want to play you the hard. He got a Hard in the Paint remix. Let's see. D.A.D. Dad C. I hope he ain't take it off of YouTube or something. He actually might have taken it off of YouTube. I ain't gonna cap. Or I just got it. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. This is my dad. This is my dad. Look at my dad. I make music. This is my dad, y'all. Artist, Dad C. Album, The Eyes of a Lion. Mixtape. Listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. Bro, listen to what he just said. Dad C, institutionalized. Dad C. My dad spent a large portion of his life in jail. Or at least young, or very threatened by it. To where, I don't know, I believe he's like one of them triple felon dudes. Like to where he got like one more strike and he's out the country type of deal. This is my dad. I want to know if y'all see any part of him in me. That's my dad. 6'7". Those my cousins. This is my dad. Bomba Clara, I hope you're ready for this. Oh, me no chance for murder. Let not go no further. Me license to kill, burn them with the speed fire. We want them to get the Bentley, so we send it to the fire.
Okay, guys, so I think this is a good point to stop here because there ain't no way I'm gonna listen to this fuckery. His father sounds just like him, y'all. Solar get his rapping style and everything from his father. No swag, no nothing, y'all. Put it in the comments if y'all think his father. I'ma let it play. I was about to cut it out of the video, but I'm gonna let it play and y'all tell me what y'all think of his father's rapping. When I come to an end, that we say that it expire. When them body won't work, call them tear up paper higher. This is crack cocaine. I'll be the main supplier. America the beautiful, she is the main fire. Now run from a soul writer, so that means we there. If you want to find it, daddy boy, you better say a prayer. Running near me, now the game, them call me the reading player. The girls that run this burning me like the key, even day. Y'all, I did not hear that the first time I listened to his father's rap song. I didn't hear it. He says Medea. That's why I ran it back like 4 times for y'all so y'all could hear him say it. He says Medea. Not to say that means that the rap is good or nothing, y'all. It's not. It's still not good. I'm just pointing out that he does say Medea. Y'all, I was about to let him rock out because he said Medea in his song, but I just can't. I need a break. I need a break from Dad C. I need a break because I know the language that he's trying to rap in, and I know that it's not really, it ain't got no flow, there's no rhythm, no rhyming, nothing. None of that.
She done learned it from her mother. Hold on, did my dad just give you game right now? If you was listening, my dad literally just gave you game. He literally giving the same download I'm giving.
game, Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr.? You think your dad just gave us some game? This is pure fuckery.
She don't know she can't eat, she rather beg you for your dollar. And I'm so she raised up, she know you're not from her mother.
Man,
Independent in a real man come rubber. Oh, money make it pretty and one become stubborn. The cement and best friends, the man become rubber. Replace them effect and them road them can't stop her. She a flex, she a skinny toe, back it up the best. She a flex, she a skinny toe, back it on the rest. Money play, they don't rip it out. They bad fear, then you know we have a
rip it up. Want me to transfer murder?
We're not go no further.
Me license to kill, burn them with the spit fire.
We want them to get it busy,
So me send it through the wire.
we go, we take it time, we go retire.
Look, my dad didn't have to teach me shit.
Okay, guys, it's time for another poll. If you believe that Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., is high as hell right now, put the word high in the comments. Thank you for your participation.
My dad didn't have to teach me shit. I'm just him anyway. He didn't have to teach me nothing. I'm him anyway. I don't tolerate no disrespect. I do things thoroughly. You understand? These are things that I learned from watching my dad, from being around my dad. I was not around my dad my entire life. I have not been around my dad my whole life. That was a Waka Flocka Hard in the Paint song. He just did a remix, a freestyle. I remember he just did one take in the studio, and the producer's like, yo, you got to keep that. Because that's what my dad is. My dad likes to do one takes. My dad makes music. The songs, my best songs that you hear me do, those be one takes. You think I just so happen to make music? I just so happen to have lions on my profile? My name is Courtney Townsend Jr. I'm the second. I'm Courtney Townsend the second. Everything that he didn't fix, I gotta fix. Everything he didn't do, I'm doing. I learned from his mistakes as I got older. But I made his mistakes as I grew up. You think my mother's separate from that? No. All of the women and all the relationships that you see me get in reflect my mom. And my mom thinks that these women are different and that they just happen to have things in common and they just understand each other. No. I picked my mom in my women. The way my mom treats me is the way Velvet treats me. The way my mom treats me is the way Janae treats me. Facts. Is it their fault? No, they're being themselves. They are being themselves. I'm perpetuating a curse. I'm not learning. I'm looking for my mother in my wife. But what happens when your mother is the one person that looks right through you? Why? Different reasons for that, maybe. Maybe I look a lot like my dad, and maybe that triggers something. Because I don't even get a chance. I have a great relationship with my parents, but I have no understanding with them. My relationship with my parents has got to be, we're different, understand we're different, and stay out of each other's face. That's toxic. That requires healing. You can't do that with your children. I would never do that with my children. I don't care if I don't like their mothers or I don't like their fathers. If it's the child, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, we're here to learn from them, and any flaw we see in them came from us. And as a child, becoming adult, becoming father, I know already
Now, Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., you can claim that father title all you want, but I'm going to tell you, it takes more than sperm, DNA, and a FaceTime call when you feel like it to be a father.
I know already, chances are, what my children about to go through and what they about to look for and what they gonna have to fix and what they gonna have to deal with. And guess what? I'm gonna do my best to fix it here and now. I'm gonna do my best to be around them for the first 7 years to be the best me possible around them. And still, there may be things to refine and there still may be things to fix that I just did my best on. Like, I'm sure my dad did his best. I'm sure my dad did his best. I know my mom's doing her best. I know my dad doing the best. I know my mom doing her best. I know that. But that doesn't mean that curses still didn't get passed on. What is a generational curse? A generational curse is anything that takes you outside of your divinity. A generational curse is any belief, any habit, any trait that is self-destructive. Anything that you teach your child to do that will have them destroying themselves, hating themselves, loathing themselves, ignoring themselves.
All right, everybody, I just want to remind you of the first poll question. The very first poll question was, who thinks that Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., will see baby Azuli before she turns 1 year old? If your answer is yes, comment B41. If your answer is no, comment deadbeat. Thank you guys for participating.
Themselves, ignoring themselves. Anything outside of that love that we just showed is a curse. It is a genetic tag. It is in the DNA. And guess what? The expression can be turned on or off, but it's there. It's there. It's there. The seed has the seed has already been planted. It's there. But the expression of the genes can be turned on or off. Example, your mother and your father, they have genes that they're not activating, that they're not using as well. If you're a mother and you're a father, and you know you're not being your best self, period. You're just not being your best self. You're being you. You're being honest with yourself, but you're not growing. You're not at the apex of what you could be. That means that you have dormant genetic codes that are not activated. You probably have certain genetic codes from slave masters, from pain, sufferings, traumas, fights, all kind of things in your life. Right? And these can be things that you do express. It's called the methylation process. Look it up. The methylation process. This is where all of the codes in the DNA are being selected of which ones do we need on, which ones do we need off. Which ones, all right, so mom is experiencing a lot of stress out here. I'm in the womb right now, and mom out here going through all kind of stress. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on all the codes in my DNA that are going to allow me to respond to the stress the way she's responding to the stress. Therefore, your child comes out with the same traits and attributes as you. Currently, in your current state, not in your best state. Your best state is also in your child. The best version of you is also in your child.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
But if you can't bring it out of yourself, then your child is going to have to do that work. And when they do that work, and when you see yourself, the healed version of you, try not to fight it. Try to take accountability. My child ain't fucked up because they fucked up. My child is the way they are because they're my child. I raised him that way. He ain't nothing but who all I made him to be. He's literally nothing except for what I am as a mother or a father. That's how you should look at your child. When I look at my children, I don't see nothing but everything in me. I see the best in me. I see all the potential in the child, but then I also see all the mistakes. I see all the mistakes my child can potentially make because I know what I went through. And I know what I was like when I had the child. Those children, they're going to be full of love. Don't get it twisted. Very happy with my healing and my growth and my understanding. And the mothers and what they're going through while holding these children is a lot of stress and things of that nature. So I know my children are going to feel the need to put in a lot of work. I already know my children are going to want to put in hella work because that's what their mothers are doing. That's how they respond to this life. So when my children come into this world, I already know they're going to be on the same thing. They're going to be leaders. They're going to be on that independent street. That's just how it's going to be. And I hope that they just don't do it in a toxic way. The Mind Flex is on high frequency. I enjoy a good download. This one is fire, right? Because it's real.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., please stop fronting for the public like this is not Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three Gods rhetoric. Please.
Fire, right? Because it's real. These are the things people don't want to talk about. This is all I talk about and deal with every day, all day. Because I am a father. I am a son. I am a brother. I am an uncle. I'm a stepdad.
Wait a minute. I'm going to run that back, y'all. I want to make sure that I heard what I heard just now. Did Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. say I'm a stepdad?
I'm a stepdad.
Okay, y'all. I wasn't hearing things. He said he's a stepdad. So, all right, now. I don't know of whose children he's a stepfather to. Because I know Velvet has told everybody and all of the internet that she is DONE. So I'm not really sure unless they rekindling y'all. Y'all know how they do.
Dad. I am a public figure. These children under 7 in the world, they may not be your child, but they still have to deal with the shit you put into the world. Everybody is affecting the generations. But are you affecting generations from your curses? Or are you affecting them from your love? Understanding your own curses and choosing not to express those. You see, for a parent to do this, you're going to have to change how you express your DNA. You're going to have to change what you literally do, how you literally behave. There is no arguing with your child. You have to be an example. That's it. There is no arguing with your child if you're not doing better. If you're not talking better, behaving better, if you're not upgrading your vocabulary, if you're not upgrading your frequency, if you're not upgrading what you're doing on a day-to-day, don't expect your child to do shit different.
Y'all, let's just keep everything crossed and hope that his children do not pick up certain traits from him. Like the biggest one that I hope they don't pick up is him not wanting to work a job, y'all. That is not a good trait to have. I would rather they have the work ethic of their mothers. At least they're willing to get a job to support their family.
To do shit different. And when they do show you an upgrade and it does something to you that frustrates you because you're seeing them doing what you could never do, try not to get jealous. Try not to be envious of your child. Try not to sabotage their success. Try to be proud of them. Try to understand them. Don't just give them a home. Don't just give them a house. Don't just give them food. A prison will do that. Give them love. You can't give them love if you don't have it. Caring is not the same thing as loving.
Y'all, I know what's wrong with Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. His mama must have told him to get a job again.
Is not the same thing as loving. Loving requires a level of understanding. The government can care for you. They have SNAP, EBT. The government will care for you. No one will ever be homeless because there's programs for that.
All right, y'all, I'm not going to run it back, but y'all just heard him say that no one can go homeless because there's programs for that. Now, we all know every state, every city has homeless people in it. That is just, you know what? I can't even be mad because he's speaking from a cult perspective. Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., is in carbonation in his mind right now.
Because there's programs for that. Anybody can do that. All it takes is one person with a good heart to care for somebody. But to love somebody is a way more intimate job. To love somebody means that you have to be growing and evolving. You know why people don't want children? Because they don't want to take responsibility of all the shit they gotta fix in their life. And your child is a mirror. Your child is you. Don't say, oh, well, that's just his dad. Oh, that's just his mom. You pick the mom and you pick the dad. That is a part of your shit. The woman that I picked are my mom. Facts. Facts. Janae, my mom, and Velvet share the same astrological energies. They got the same charts. Even their daughters have the same charts. My daughter with Velvet, I don't know that.
Well, I guess we all now know the gender of what Velvet is having, thanks to Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr.
My daughter with Velvet, I don't know that. My daughter with Velvet,
My daughter with Velvet.
Now, we all know Solar is a bad fridge. He can't even hold water, y'all.
I don't know that. She's gonna be Scorpio. That's my North Node. That's gonna be an amazing child. I already know. With Janae, my child with Janae, Azuli Love, my baby girl Rose. I would have named her. It is what it is. She has the same energies as me. Nikola Tesla. We both share Tesla's chart. If you put Kanye West and Nikola Tesla together, that's me. That's literally my cosmic energies.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., that could be your cosmic energy, but it dang sure ain't your money energy, sir.
That's me. That's literally my cosmic energies. My child is Tesla. Like, all Tesla. All Nikola Tesla. And I'm like, yo. And you can see it in her. You could look at her. You could see she literally already thinking. She imagining things. She already tapped in. Like, that's just how she is. That's how she gonna be. They're not random charts. They're not random traits. They're not random genes. They are a reflection of the parents. Their mothers got with a fucking scientist. Guess what? Velvet's dad and I, me and Larry, got everything in common. We like all the same stuff. We play all the same music. Everything that I do reminds Velvet of Larry. I'm daddy.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., you need to just chill out. You know, Velvet has made it clear on the internet that she does not want to be in a relationship with you. However, I'm sure she'd be open to co-parenting with you should you get your shit together.
I'm daddy. Janae. She didn't have her father. So while she's saying that she loves me, I love Solar. I love Solar. Oh my God, I love Courtney. I love him. She spends no time with me.
Well, Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., there's a scientific fact that actually lives with Janae right now. Her name is Azuli. That proves that y'all spent enough time together to make that child that you have not seen face to face yet, sir. I don't know who gives a damn if Janae had her father, if Velvet had her father, if neither one of them had their father, whatever. That doesn't matter. That doesn't excuse you, sir. You still need to step up to the plate. You have a child with Janae and you're having a child with Velvet. Step up.
No time with me. Just like her dad. Just wants the attention. See, these are their curse. There's things that they gotta fix. But the thing is, what happens when the parents are together? You see, because I picked women who are just like my mom. They're intellectual. You see how, this is how I know my mom to be. This is what I know my mom to be. This is how I was raised. My mother reads Arabic for Dummies, Perfect People, No Perfect People Allowed, Psychology, Steve Harvey, Think Like a Man, right? Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, The Story of God, the Dhammapada, the Bhagavad Gita. How good is good enough? What do you think I'm looking for in my wife? What do you think I'm looking for in my partner? This is what I'm looking for in my partner. This is the type of woman I'm looking for. This is the type of woman I'm looking for. This is who I want. That's what my mom was to me growing up. This is how I perceived her. This is not my dad. This is not how my dad was. I didn't perceive my dad like this. Y'all seen how I perceive my dad. This is my dad. I perceive my dad like this. This is how I know my dad to be. That's my dad.
So y'all, Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., just confirmed my suspicions that his mother probably cussed his ass out and told him to get a job. That's why he's going on this rant. He just confirmed that he's at her house. Those books that he showed, he said that's what his mother reads. Around the house, he's saying this is what he grew up with. So he at his mama house. All I'm going to need to confirm is to see him go outside and see them lights in the backyard.
That's who I am, bro. That's really how I am. That's really who I am. I even make the music. I do everything just like my dad. Everything. Got the same smoking habits. Got the same eating habits. Love the same exact food. I damn near treat people the same. My dad is awesome. My dad is known in the neighborhood. My dad is known in the neighborhoods as Unc or Dad C. All of the kids, the children. Hey, Unc. Hey, Unc. My dad is the neighborhood's father. My dad is a neighborhood uncle. My dad is a tribal leader. My dad is a chief. Always has been. The whole neighborhood and the whole block, I could walk into any house that I want growing up. When I'm with my dad, I could walk into any house I want on the block. Why? Because I'm Courtney Jr. And they know my dad. It's an honor to have me in your house. Why? Why my dad so special? Because he hustle. He worked. He put in work for everybody. He gives people jobs.
So Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., if your dad gives everybody jobs, why don't you reach out to him and see if he could put you on?
Everybody. He gives people jobs. He gives people work. He organizes things. He disciplines everybody. I don't care whose child you is, who you think you is. You ain't coming around Dad C. You ain't coming around Unc with no fuckery at all. You better get on with that. And he ain't gonna let you get away with nothing. I ain't gonna let you get away with shit. People hate that about me. People hate that about me, but I love that about me. My dad is from Kingston, Jamaica.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to participate in the poll. Here is question 2 again. If you know that Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., is high as hell right now, put the word high in the comments. Thank you for your participation.
Is from Kingston, Jamaica. Indigenous man. He's being colonized just so he can stay near his family. He's doing the best that he can with the energies that he got. Whatever curses he came with. Anything that he's developed while being in the States, while creating me, I got it now. And I gotta fix it. Anything that he didn't fix, I gotta fix. My dad wears his beanies like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what, bro. I'm just them. I'm just my dad and my mom. So if they got a problem with me, they better look in the fucking mirror. But guess what? I don't have a problem with them because I know I'm here to fix the generational curses. And if I know my problems, I know my parents. Oh, trust me, my problems are not separate from what my parents are going through and what my parents got going on. This is the problem. Everything that I go through with my mother, everything that I've gone through with Janae and Velvet has been the same scenario. It's been a projection. He doesn't understand me. He doesn't see me for who I am. He doesn't give me, he doesn't talk to me. He doesn't listen. You don't fucking listen. Where do you think I learned that from? My parents didn't listen to me. And I ain't got nothing but shit to offer. Because my whole life is based on fixing their curses. My whole life is a collection of experiences of dealing with the shit they passed on to me. And now I take full responsibility to heal those things and kill those curses. It's not their job to heal me and fix me. All they did was make me and raise me. And who I am today, they better be proud of it. And if they're not proud of it, that's how they feel about themselves. I don't fucking care. Because I'm doing nothing but my best. And I can't do nothing but my best. I love, bro. If you listen to me, bro, I am full of absolute love, bro. You heard what my dad was rapping about, right? You heard what my dad was rapping about. This is what I rap about, bro. I don't even know if y'all heard this song. That's what my dad rap about, right? Cool. He doing the best he can. Great. I understand. Me, I'm different. I want to play Green Thumb.
One with everything, can't have an enemy. Got what you see in me.
One with everything, can't have an enemy.
I hope y'all know what time it is. It's time for me to clip this song that Solar is about to play up out of this video because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Plus, over here at the Medea Movement, if there are no comments, we are not going to subject ourselves to listening to this trash.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
I make generational curse healing music. I make shit you can listen to 100 years from now and it's healthy for you and your children. I make music that heals my cells and heals my DNA. And anybody who likes it and gets disturbed by it is because your demons are frustrated. Wake up!
Okay, now, so if you don't like his music, it's because your demons are bothered by his music. Okay. All right, Solar. What the fuck ever. Your music is trash, sir.
Wake up. I'm love. I'm loved. Talking to myself. My children are needing me. Do it for family. They mamas believed in me. Want me to achieve. Thankful for the breath I breathe. Won't let my shadows deceive. Living abundantly. Ain't it all plain to see that I'm love. Hey. I'm love. That was a one take. I do everything myself. I make the beats. I record the songs. I engineer the songs. I write the songs. Nobody gives a fuck in my family. But they still believe in me, and I know that. They still love me, and I know that. But the whole point of healing your generational curses is that there's things in your parents that you're going to feel at odds with. And when you're really healing your generational curses, you and your parents are going to fight and they're going to argue with you. Because there's things that they need to let go of still. You can't blame them forever either. Once you learn, whether it was through pain and suffering or whether it was through grace and wisdom, you can't keep blaming them. You will eventually have to do better yourself. And if you can't do better than what you want them to do better, then you still need to heal and grow yourself as well. Just like getting in any relationship. Just like dealing with anybody. If you're not healing and growing within yourself, then it's going to be impossible to do that with anybody else. Your children will grow up and fight you based off of the things that you won't let go. And you know it. You know you keep attracting a toxic relationship because there's things about yourself that you just won't do better at. You know it. You would rather take your bad habit and go hide in the corner and do your little bullshit so no one can see you. And it separates yourself from your family. And separates yourself. I mean, what kind of family member separates themselves from their family?
All right, y'all, I got one more, not him. Not him saying what type of family member separates themselves from their family when he's the one that left his family, joined the cult, and spent, I believe, 4 years away from his family. So, not him, y'all. Not him saying that.
Separates themselves from their family. That's the norm in America. In America, everybody's get your own house, get your own this, get your own that. The whole family should live together. The whole family should have one bill. The whole family should have one rent bill. And you should all live in a mansion together. Eating, building, healing, growing. With all of the children. With all of the wives. With all of the sons and daughters. With all of the grandparents and uncles and aunties. But you're so fucking colonized and so fucking American that separation is normal. And you can dwell in your bullshit. And you can dwell in your weaknesses. And you don't have to grow. And you don't have to heal. Because nobody's watching. And when your child's 18, they're going to go off and do their own thing. And we're going to let them, it's just their life now. They're their own person. They're their own man. Or when the child comes in, oh man, nah, he's his own person. No, that child, nah, he's his own person. Nah, that nigga's you. And he's going to do everything that you do. And he's going to do everything you let him do. And the same way that you treat him and the same things you allow him to do, same things you allow for yourself. Your kids eat what you eat. Your kids vibrate on the frequency that you're in. Your child in the methylation process is sharing the same heartbeat as the mother. The literal frequency is the same. You can't blame them in the first 7 years. And then after that, you have to realize, I'm way different than I was 7 years ago when I had you. And I know everything that you're doing, and here's some wisdom. Let me help you. Because I already seen what you're doing. I already know what you're about to do. Because I did it. That's parenting. That's when the guardianship and the wisdom comes in. It comes in with accountability.
Just so we're all clear, Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., has no place to give anyone parenting advice. Okay? He has been a father for 6 weeks, and he has made no steps to go see his daughter. So Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., if you would, take several seats, sir.
It comes in with accountability. As a parent, when you're accountable, when you can look at your life for what it is and be like, hold up, don't do what I'm doing. Because the things that I'm doing is what got, you see what I'm saying? I could be doing way better in life, son. You know what I'm saying? Don't make the mistakes I made, son. These are why I made these mistakes, and this is what it did to me, son. Don't do that. Guess what the child's gonna do? Not gonna listen. They gonna do whatever the fuck you still doing. Theta state. It goes into psychology. There's a science behind all of it. And guess who understands it? While you don't give a fuck about psychology, while you don't care about psychology, the whole government and system and that runs everything does. And they are taking your children, and they are running the generations. The government, yeah. Yeah, the government, the military, the hospitals, the pharmaceutical, yeah, they all understand the shit that I'm talking about. The things that your parents don't give a fuck about. Everything that runs your world does. So who owns your child? Who's raising your child? You or them? Because somebody cares about psychology. It should be both you and the government. How you gonna fight the? Oh, you don't care to fight the system. Oh, because you in it. Oh, okay. Well, don't get mad when your child does everything that they can do to break the matrix because it hurts them and it kills them and it causes pain and suffering for them and heartbreak, and they're choosing the wrong relationships. They're getting in bed with the wrong men. They're getting in bed with the wrong women. And they're creating more children from this space. And they have still not grown and healed their curses. So how the fuck they gonna help the child through them? They're not. They're gonna carry the child through them. And the child's gonna come out with the same curses as them. And it's gonna be mommy and daughter. And it's gonna be daddy and son. Twins. Fucked up. Until one of them wants to fix it. And if you don't fix it before you have the child, there's a chance your child won't ever fix it on their own. There's a chance they could die before they get a chance. There's a chance that they might take on your attributes. I was seeing this at the airport the other day, bro. I'm at the airport the other day and I'm thinking, bro, and this is a crazy one. Y'all remember Loyal? Y'all remember Amar Jawade? Who remembers Amar Jawade? Who remembers Loyal? The guy who was beaten and murdered. Probably for how he was acting. Guess what happened to his father? The same exact thing. His father was murdered. Probably for how he was acting and treating people. And Loyal didn't do much different. Love the man. I love him. But he didn't have no guidance. He had no guidance. And y'all thought Eligio was going to be a better example to Amar than his...
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., the only person or people who believed that Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God, was going to be a better role model for anybody was y'all, the cult members.
To Amar than his... They was both murdered. Probably for how they acting. I'm at the airport the other day. I seen kids that looked and acted just like Loyal. And guess what? The dad is back there behind there like... And I'm like, bro, somebody about to beat their ass. It's fun to be happy and energetic, but it's not ever cool to be that obnoxious. Like in public, like no one really likes that. Like you guys are like making fun of everybody that walks by, you know, and the dad's like, hey, stop it, kids. Hey, kids, stop it. That was kind of funny. Both y'all niggas gonna get murdered. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Are you guys seeing what's going on? While the dad could be like, man, nah, like, hey, the dad can reel back when he sees things getting real, but the children may not know better. So much so today, make the joke on the wrong nigga. I was sitting there waiting. I'm like, I wish you may try to make a joke on me. I'm about to light you up. I'll turn you up. I'm not having a good day. I'm at the airport. I'm not happy right now. They're
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., everybody already knows you was in the airport for 2 days because you flew on a buddy pass. And when you fly on a buddy pass, you got to fly on standby. Everybody know that's why you was in the airports for 2 days, sir.
I'm at the airport. I'm not happy right now. They're fucking our shit up. Don't you dare make a joke on me. I'll turn around. I'll light you up in front of everybody. I'm lighting up the employees. I'm not happy. I'm going in on the Lionsgate portal. I'm over here just thinking, don't try it. When I seen the dad snickering, I'm like, this is your fucking fault. Them your seeds. And they only doing, they're exposing you. You may not be as energetic and young and sprite as them, so you're not expressing the demon as readily as them. But guess what? It came from your ass, and I can clearly see that. So when your kids get their ass beat at school, that's your ass.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True. Many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy, and I love this book.
Not protecting them through understanding psychology and healing your own self first. Y'all think, bro, there's nothing more that I crave to be around my children and have my children. The problem is that the women that I picked were just like my mom. Single mothers. Don't need a man. Independent. Very smart. Very intelligent. Very high frequency. I believe my mom was making the best decisions that she probably could have made at the time. However, the best decision was to heal themselves, regardless if my parents stayed together or not, and was to agree to co-parent to raise me and my sister in the healthiest possible way. And they were forced to do that anyway, but what is the healthiest possible way if you haven't healed yourself first?
Okay, so Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., is busy healing. That's why he can't get a job to support his children, and that's why he hasn't been to see his 6-week-old daughter.
These are the type of videos that I'll get in trouble for. This is the type of shit that I get kicked out for. This is the type of shit that I get exiled for. You know why? Because I'm a curse killer. I'm love. I refuse. I refuse to allow my children to take on the same horrible traits that I got from my parents and that I developed throughout my own life and pass on to them. They already got me in them. Now I got to make sure that I'm my best self and I'm around them in my best self so I can consistently correct the shit that I fucked up within myself. And I can lead and be an example. Bro, there is no reason why the mothers wouldn't want me in the children's life unless they want the children to be cursed. They don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. You can say you got in a relationship with me out of your generational curses, your traumas, or your fears. Fine, fair. But are you healing it and are you understanding what that is? And are you going to make your child go through the same thing just because you have an emotional vendetta? Just because you have an emotional vendetta? Bro, I don't never need to be with you again. I don't never need to put my penis inside you ever again. I don't care. My children need me. My children need you to be healed and understand the traumas that we have operated and moved from and just live in love and be like, yo, I forgive myself. I don't want them to do what I did. And I do want them to have the father. And I made the decisions that I made because I didn't have my father. Or when I did have my father, it was this type of relationship or it was that type of relationship. Who gives a fuck what you're providing if you're not able to actually be there? They can build traits to get themselves killed. You're not listening. You're not caring about the psychology. Still, generational wealth. What is the first thing that you pass on to your children? Can anybody answer? Are you providing? Are you protecting? Is that the first thing that you provide for your children? A house? And some fucking food? That child can live off the mom's titty. Excuse me. That child can live off of breast milk for a very long time. The whole family can, to be honest with you. The house, the shelter. Anybody can provide house and shelter. Matter of fact, most women just go around hopping from dick to dick to get different houses and get different shelters and to get...
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Different supporters and to get different providers. You're sitting there expressing what's going on with what you went through with your partners or what you experienced, your mom or your dad experienced, and you don't even know it yet. That's why that's your little ass perception. But what's the first thing you pass on to your children? I'll wait. Generational wealth, right? I'll wait. DNA. Genes, motherfucker. Genes. Generational wealth. That's the first thing you pass on to your children is genes. Genes. Which ones are on and which ones are off? Pregnant women in the room, have you ever heard of the methylation process? I'm sure you have, because you were a mother and you have a womb and you had that child for 9 months. I'm sure at some point in time, somebody said methylation process. Somebody said, don't stress yourself out. Somebody said, don't smoke. Somebody said, don't watch this or don't be around this too much while you're pregnant because it's going to hurt the baby. Don't they tell you that you could take little headphones and put them on the stomach and let the baby listen? Isn't that stuff that you can do? What is that going to do? You think the child just want to be entertained? You think the nigga bored? No. You're programming what genes get turned on or off. This is a gift. This is the first thing you should be doing as a mother. Right here. Making sure that they are receiving the proper codes to make it through life in the best possible way in love at a high frequency. They don't have to understand the words, okay? It's just the frequency. That's all that matters. Just the frequency. They don't need the words. They don't need to understand the words. They can be your voice or that voice. Y'all need to go look up the methylation process before y'all talking about feeding and providing and this and that and this and that. You broken. What are you feeding? What are you feeding them? What are you providing them? What are you providing them? I'm sorry, but newborn babies don't eat chicken. And I'm sorry, you would produce way more breast milk from eating simple things like oatmeal and cabbage. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. Neither are you. This is about money. It's about curses. It's about colonialism. Y'all seen that fight on the bridge? Y'all remember that fight on the bridge with the chair? What you think that was about? You think niggas just had a random fight? Why do you think niggas is still talking about that? Because it touches us in our DNA. Niggas was sold on that block. Niggas was sold right there where a black man was able to smack a white person with a chair. What you think that was? For fun? Why you think that? Well, you think people go? We don't do that for fun. This is on topic. You stay with it. You stay with it. You stay with it. This is on topic because everything that we do collectively is coming from our parents. Was your parents slave masters? Was your parents slaves? Are your parents just being colonialized? Are your parents descendants of people who were beaten? Are your parents descendants of people who were beating? Or are you a mixture like me? My mother's side were conquistadors. My mother's side were conquistadors. They're actually very indigenous as well, but the blood my mother has is colonialized blood mixed with indigenous blood. My dad is all indigenous, 100% Kingston, Jamaica. I got a little bit of both in me. So I understand. I gotta curate. I gotta make sure I don't perpetuate either one of those. The slave mindset where we don't know ourselves and we don't care about ourselves. And then I gotta get rid of the colonial mindset where it's we don't give a fuck about life. We don't care about love. In a high vibration, detached. Colonialism, slave masters, detached from emotion to where you can rape and kill. For money and land and power. Whereas the indigenous side, my father's side, what they doing on my dad's side? What they doing on my dad's side of town? Rebelling. Fighting back. Fighting back. I would like to read y'all something. I made this a very long time ago. I know I got it here. This is a spoken word. I performed this at Sauce God's house. At Sauce God's house, I had performed this.
Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. I remember the poem Spoken Word that you read at Sauce Poppy's house. You wrote it and performed it for your then Messiah and leader, Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Three God.
At Sauce God's house, I had performed this. Do I have the lyrics? If I don't have the lyrics here, I do have the lyrics. I have it. It's not even lyrics. It's a spoken word. What is the date on this? January 27th, 2021. I want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to this. I really want you to listen. Please, just listen to this. There is a war in my blood. I can feel the warrior might. There is a war in my blood. So, who am I to fight? Generational curses, traumatized DNA. It's the demons in my blood that I have come to slay. Master self, master everything else. It's wartime. I put knowledge in these shells. Let's be real. Our people are broken. It's time to heal. 400 years a slave, when the truth was concealed. Age of Aquarius, where all is revealed. It's time to rebuild. There is no excuses. We are strong together. Separate, we are useless. We are all pieces of the same one God. As a piece, you are the whole. We are all Allah. Arm, leg, arm, head. You a star. You a sun. You are God. Your alter ego is the fraud. That separation is an illusion. We are one being. Let's have a family reunion. Reevaluate. What are we doing? European clothes and cars? What life are we pursuing? Let's go closer to the truth, closer to the root. You belong in nature, where your skin is your suit. To get up and go to work would be to give from your heart and art. To give back to the earth is to return to the source that you are. We have come so far, but went the wrong way. Stop giving your energy to this system. It's time for a change. Fuck the bank, love yourself. What is wealth? Divine knowledge of self. It's time for tribes, spiritual guides, modern day Buddha, my higher self. I stay in heaven because I came from hell. I never belonged there. The matrix made of squares. You can find me in the jungle growing out my hair. After wartime is peacetime, peace of mind. The meek shall inherit the earth. The truth will prevail and remain. The world is mine. I said, the world is mine. church. Church. And guess what?
Y'all, what he really should have said at the end of that spoken word is cult. Okay? Not church. Cult. Yeah, because all of that rambling, that's only going to lead to divine knowledge of homelessness. That's it.
And guess what? Ain't nobody in my family. Yeah, I wrote that a long time ago. I wrote that very quickly too. I wrote that a long time ago. I wrote that in 2021. I wrote that in like quick. Nobody in my family gives a fuck about that shit. Not my sister, not my mom, not my dad, not my cousins. There is nobody in my family that fucking cares about what I care about. That's how I know I'm on the right track. That's how I know I'm on the right track. Because none of them give a fuck about that. Nobody can see like, wow, my son is valuable. Wow, my cousin go hard. Wow, my brother is actually pretty fucking lit. No. It's you're fucking crazy. Go get a fucking job. Go colonialize yourself like everybody else. Go be regular. Eat the shit we eat. Eat more pork. Eat more pork. Drink more poison. Go to work. Raise your children to be the same way. Black sheep have it the hardest because we choose to heal our generational curses. Bro, I got kicked out of my cousin house because he got married to a Christian woman when I was younger. They kicked me out the house because I'm with my little cousin and I'm teaching him as I'm learning about electromagnetism. And I'm like, wow, like we learning about how the socket work. We learning about the electricity and how the socket work. And I'm like, yo, that's how it is. Yo, electric. Oh, and we going to Tesla and we're looking at how currents and amperes and voltage works. They came home and they said, what are y'all doing? I said, we just researched all this stuff about the electricity in the house. Electricity? Oh, you guys looking into science? Oh, no. Science is evil. We're a Christian home. We don't do that. That's demonic. It was only 2 days later that they were talking in the back, and I felt all the energy like he has to go because he's a demon.
Now, Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., be honest. Your cousin kicked you out because they felt and feared that you were trying to recruit their child into the same cult that you were drawn to.
Like he has to go because he's a demon. Because he's teaching my child science. While she sends her son to school every day. While they keep McDonald's in the fridge on a regular. They literally buy McDonald's to store in the fridge. So they got McDonald's in the house. And they kicked me out and called me a demon just because I wanted to understand what the electricity was. And my cousin was right there with me. And he had the electricity book. It was his book. But if he went to school and learned it, or if the government made him do it, it's all good. Bro, that's the state of mind we're in, bro. That's the state of mind we're in. I used to work at McDonald's. I worked there. I'm gonna show you one of my old resumes. So you can see like your boy I done been in the shit for a minute. Like I done been in the motherfucking I've been applying for jobs lately already. Like I'm applying for jobs now. Why you think I got this shit?
Okay, guys. When Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., says that he's already applying for jobs, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I'm applying for jobs now. Why you think I got this shit? Updated and all that. Look, I got a whole resume. No, chill. Look. All I did was change the date on this motherfucker. Weed, phone rep, Panera, Baker Brothers. This is the job I was talking about when I always say I used to be like 42 feet in the air where we was about to like die from any little thing. If y'all ever heard that story at his job, this is the most dangerous job I have ever had. Every day we getting up 4 o'clock just to go die. And I watch my friends then fall out the thing and be paralyzed for life, breaking their spines, all kind of shit, because we doing all kind of illegal things just to get the job done. McDonald's. I used to work at the McChev. Anybody who lives in Atlanta and knows Marietta, there's a Chevron McDonald's. I worked at that one. I got my whole entire family. I got my cousins, both of my cousins that I was living with. I got them both hired there. This was the first place I met Ray Shamerd. This was like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All the managers, I was selling weed out this motherfucker like crazy. I was trapping out this McDonald's. It's a gas station McDonald's. So everybody who would pull up to the Chevron, I'll just go into the McChev. I'll go into the Chevron part, sell some weed, make some money. Me and the managers. Conception Constructions. I done construction. I built basketball courts. Did security systems. I laced up security systems. Worked with electricity. Did all that shit too. Levi's and Strauss. This is one of the first jobs I ever got. Ever. Toyota Chula Vista as a lot porter. I used to go to work with my mom. You know, this isn't even my whole resume. This is just stuff this is my old. I made this shit like years ago. Hillgrove High School. You know, just put that on there. And I actually have another one where it's, it is right here. School of Creative and Performing Arts. You know what I'm saying? Actor / stage technician. I did all of that. You know? And before this, I went to San Ysidro High School as a part of Team Omega, which is where I learned how there was no other electives. So I had to take acting. And when I took acting, it was one of the best things that I ever did. That was one of my favorite things ever. And then I got a letter of recommendation. You know what I'm saying? Courtney is a thoughtful, intelligent, special young man. I've had the pleasure of knowing Courtney through the small projects he does with our business over the last several years. He is thoughtful, considerate, and given the opportunity, will shine at whatever he does. I highly recommend him for any task or opportunity you provide. We own a construction / security company that provides excellent customer service, dedication to the job, excellence, and craftsmanship of professionalism as a hallmark of our own desire to be the best. On several occasions, Courtney has performed and exceeded our expectations of customer service, dedication to all job excellence, and commitment to the job completion, beyond the limitations of his age and experience. Again, I highly recommend him for any endeavor or task you provide. Please feel free to contact with any questions. I go hard, bro. I got a Saturn in the 10th house. I got a Mars in Virgo. And I got a Jamaican dad. And a Mexican mom. Nigga, I work. I can work. I put in more work than all my baby mamas ever have.
Y'all, he is more delusional than I thought. He up here showing off that old ass resume and talking about he put in more work than his baby mamas. Boy, take several
more work
seats.
Than all my baby mamas ever have. Even any work that they could do today. Crying and complaining about walking in the rain. Motherfucker, I'm used to being up every single day ready to die. 4 a.m. And then going to sleep in the worst weather conditions possible. And then driving to all these different locations, getting in multiple car crashes, getting hit by all kind of trucks and all kind of different things. Having to deal with all kind of toxic people. Having to do, there's jobs on here I can't put on here because I was illegally hired. There's jobs on here as a bartender at 16. There's things on here I can't even put on here. All the dispensaries I worked at for all of the years I can't even put on here. This is all for me. I'm just letting y'all know a little bit more about who I am. A little bit more about being colonialized. A little bit more about I already come from that shit. I've already done this shit, yo. I've already done it. I get it. I'm not somebody who's never worked. I'm not somebody who's never put in work. Is no sound? Or is it no sound for you? Can't make a motherfucker interested even if you expect it. Yo, at the end of the day, let go of the desire for recognition. All motherfuckers going to say is I'm proud of you with no action implemented anyways. And that is what I had to learn. I had to learn that. I agree with you. I had to learn that. I had to experience that for myself. I was just talking to some of my peoples about it a moment ago. I'm like, yo, Y'all niggas really see right through me. I'm literally talking about all the great things I just achieved. I'm talking about all the things that I'm unlocking, all of the blessings that God is giving me, and niggas is sour. Hating. Literally actually sabotaging the situations. My family played a major role in the destruction of me and Velvet's relationship.
All right, y'all. When Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., said that his family played a major part in destroying his relationship with Velvet, the lie detector test determined that that was a lie. They are both in need of cult deprogramming and psychiatric counseling before they ever get back into another relationship. If they don't, they're going to repeat the same mistakes.
Talk about a generational curse. Talk about family. They done me the worst. But guess what? They're doing their best. And I know that. I know that they doing their best. But I'm doing my best. My best is just like this. You know what they always tell me? You know what they've been telling me my whole life? This is one thing that they tell me my whole life. Because I choose to grow, improve, and evolve. And I choose to not live in Jack in a Box. And take insulin shots every day. And drink Sprite every day. This is what they'll tell me. Oh, you think you holier than thou. Oh, you think you better than everybody else. Yeah, I do. I do. Because I worked for it.
All right, y'all. I have to do another Not Him. Y'all, not him saying that he worked hard for it. Not him. He acting. What did he work for, y'all? What did Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr. work for? Does anybody here know? Put it in the comments.
Because I worked for it. I'm doing the work you won't do. The work you do, anyone can do. The work I do, no one is doing. Period. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Does anybody else go through this? Does anybody else go through this? Does anybody else experience this in their life? Oh, not that one. I don't think it's on here. It won't let me get it on here. Interesting. Is this it? I think this is it. No, it's not this one, but that's a good song though. Here it is. This is the result. This is what I have to do, you know what I mean? I'm about to show y'all some cool pictures. I don't know if I can show you all of them. I can't show you these on here. I'll get banned. I can't show you all these pictures. I can't show y'all everything. Dang. I really wish I could. Hold on. I can't show you. That's enough. We ain't about to play that whole shit back. But y'all got the point. Can't keep focusing on everybody, man. Now, it gets to a point to where there's nothing I can do but focus on myself. Nothing. That's what love is, bro. Love is knowing that the world may not change. The world may not want to grow with you. The world may not change. Wait, I don't even need to do this no more because I got actual feathers now. Huh. The world may not change. The journey of love literally is probably going to have you being alone. At the end of it all. At the end of everything, if you're choosing to live a life in love, be ready to be alone. Because love starts with yourself. And it ends with yourself. You can't focus on anybody. And you can't heal anybody. You can only focus on yourself and heal yourself. Hey, buddy. So that's the end. That's the end result. That's the last thing you can do. That's the last thing that's available to you. And it hurts. It hurts.
Yep, he sure is at his mama house. Those lights that are hanging above him, that's in his mama backyard. I wonder if she's at home, y'all. I wonder, because there's no way she's at home right now. And he screaming and yelling and carrying on.
It hurts. But you got to go through it in order to get closer to yourself. You see? Even through everything that I'm saying, I bet you this don't affect my family. I bet you they still don't care. I bet you the baby mamas still do what they do. I bet you my mom still live how she live. I bet you my dad still live how he live. My children, they're going to have to go through what they go through. And I can do my best. I can literally do my best to the point to where I die. Where I get killed trying. I could give everything every day, all day, just to be close to them. But at the end of the day, I still got to be ready for anything. Only thing that I can do is get closer to myself. Only thing that I can do is heal myself and continue to love myself and be that example. Healing generational curses, man. Yeah, you doing it for the generations. Yeah, you doing it for the world, but you really got to do it for yourself. That's it. Don't expect the world to heal with you, but don't stop and don't quit. If you guys have never heard of it, if anybody knows about the great philosopher Plato, go look up the allegory of Plato's cave.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of the pool right now.
7.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. I'm ready.
I'm gonna get out right now.
Look up the allegory of Plato's cave, and you'll see what it's like to live as a philosopher. As a psychologist, you'll see what it's about. You'll see what's to be expected, why you would do things and why you wouldn't do things. It is what it is. Just get ready for a journey.
Get it nice and hot.
Hey man, this has been a great live.
You got it?
This is one of my favorite lives, one of my best lives. This is definitely going on my page. This is definitely staying up. This is definitely going on my YouTube. And I'm sorry if this makes enemies rather than friends, but it's the truth. It's just the truth. This is just what's real. I have one more song I'm going to play from me, and it's me explaining, what's going to happen if I keep it real. What will happen if I keep it real? You know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite songs. Hey, buddy. How are you, buddy? Hey, back up.
The career I was in. I happened to see a job posting that was in Atlanta,
All right.
and so I said, I'll just...
So the words on this one are nuts. When I shoot my shot, I know that I won't miss. When I shoot.
All right, y'all. Over here at the Medea Movement, we have strict rules and regulations when it comes to Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr.'s music. If there are no comments, we are not going to subject ourselves to the fuckery. So I have gone ahead and cut out this song out of the video.
I love you, babies. I love you, Azuli. I love you, love. My child with Velvet. I got a couple names, but I'm going to keep those, on the low for now. But if I keep it real, I just wonder, will you switch? There's nothing else that I could do. Peace, y'all. I hope this helps somebody. It helped me. Love wins. Every time.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to answer the poll questions. And thank you in advance for your participation. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. I want to give a big shout out to all of my new subscribers. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride-or-dies, y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.